One of the things that I struggle with is how people are still upset about the world, even though that there's so much opportunity that's there. And, I see a lot of people doing actions and things that are just not nice. And I realize that there is a competitive nature to many things that we do in life. But there's a difference between thinking about that you have to do things, tear people down, that that you have to make other people feel bad so that you can feel good. There's a difference between that and playing the game and working hard and doing things where you try to encourage people, where you really are making an effort. And, I see this all the time with, the research game, for example. It's extremely competitive. I mean, imagine all of the top people in any of your classes, whether it's public school or high school or, going on to college, all of them coming together and competing each other and saying the best one wins, the smartest person wins, you know, and it's going to be a nightmare, right? But there's a difference between trying to play the game and doing a good job out of it and tearing other people down so that you can become the best person in the game. The key thing that I want everybody to remember is that you can do good things in this world, and you can take a step back and say, I am going to do good things, but it requires a constant effort. It requires you to try not to make comparisons. Yesterday, the day before, I was making comparisons in my head against somebody that I know, and I was like, this is just eating me up. And I felt so awful and so angry at the world. And I had to take a step back and say, no, we can't make these comparisons. There is no comparison between me and them. And yeah, a lot of the things I see are unfair, right? But you can't make those comparisons. You have to say, I'm damn good with myself, and I need to take a step forward, knowing that I am going to do this journey, and it's this journey that's going to be alone. And I look around and I realize that the vast majority of the people, and this is true of anywhere that you go into, this is not a thing that is just true of the academic game. 90% of the people are going to be self-centered, and they're going to be focused on themselves. But there's going to be a few people that want to help, that are encouraging. And yeah, they're probably looking like they're not going to get ahead, or they're not going to be good enough compared to everybody else. So be it. That is fine. That is what it means to be a good human being, is to reach out, to do good things, to worry about other people, to not be focused on yourself so that you are the one that's getting ahead at the expense of everybody else. And, I realize that those people, they're not going to change, right? Like, that is themselves. And so the only thing that you can do is just to accept yourself as it is and keep doing good things and repeatedly do those good things and make yourself feel good inside. And you build this wall around you where you are doing good things, and you're encouraging, you're empathizing, you're doing all of the wonderful things that are really, truly good human traits. And, that's the thing, is that if you do those things, I can guarantee you're not going to get ahead as quickly. You might not nearly get as ahead, whatever that means. I don't even like that stuff, but, that's how we all think, right? You're still going to be behind compared to other people. Well, so be it. That is fine. Let them do those things. Those things that's their human things, but you can be good. You can be a better human being. You can reach out. You can, do all of those things, that what it means to work hard, but also be a decent human being, where you smile, you do those small things, Maybe somebody needs a hand, you give a hand, and it's going to take away, and you're not going to be nearly as far ahead. You're going to look silly many times. Many times you're going to do something and somebody is not going to reciprocate. This idea of reciprocity, which I began with this, I don't believe in it anymore, right? This reciprocity idea where you just give, I don't believe in it, because it is proven to me through this whole reciprocity project that people are very self-centered. But here's the thing. You're not worried about other people. You're worried about yourself. And if you worry about yourself, just like everybody else is worried about themselves to get ahead and looking at how that they can get ahead, you worry about being a good person. And you worry about screw the rest of the world if they are doing things where they're not trying to be helpful, that they're just focused on themselves. Let them focus on themselves. You be a good person. And know when you do that, you're not going to get ahead as quickly as somebody else. They're going to take advantage of you, all of that kind of stuff. But so be it. Take that step back and realize that I have the confidence inside. And it's really a confidence where you say, I am good. I'm going to be helpful. And I'm going to wink at all of those people that are doing those nasty things. So be it. Let them do those nasty things. And you be a good person where you genuinely care. And when, you're overwhelmed and you can't get to it, that's fine too. You just take a step back and say, I can't get to it, but I really wish I can help you out. That's it. Simple things where you care about other people, they matter. They matter in this world. And if we just count things and we just focus on what it means to get ahead, whatever the hell that is, you miss out on a huge part of life.